Hey guys, Raiden here, and for some reason every time I import an old video, my entire video editing program stops working. So, no last time segment this time till I fix that. How's your day? Was it good? What'd you have for breakfast? On to the video. Hey guys, Raiden here and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last episode was a sad episode, at least to me. I saw a lot of people were also like, man, this kind of depresses me. I saw some people like, man, I just don't care at all that Geralt died. And like, hey, different things set off different people. I get easily attached to characters. There are things people have called a level of immersion, and this level of immersion is what can keep people interested in things. For example, in horror games, there are people like me who have the highest levels of immersion, and you nearly can't play them because you feel like you are actually in danger, and because of that heavy level of immersion, you can't quite enjoy it, I guess I'd say. And for me, I get easily immersed in stories. I get easily attached to characters. So it depends on who you are. For example, in Zestiria, there are some dramatic things that happen and I couldn't give a shit. Honestly, that game was, it had some really good characters. Well, I won't say really good characters. It had some decent characters, but it had some really bad ones that I just couldn't connect with. And it kind of threw me out of that universe. Hence why, if the universe wasn't believable to me, I can't get invested in it. I can't believe it exists. And that's why, in my theory, no matter how ridiculous your universe is, no matter if the flying spaghetti monster is the strongest god of your universe, if you tell your story correctly and you can convince me that the flying spaghetti monster is the god of your universe and that could destroy all of humanity at once, you could rightly make me afraid of it. You just have to show that. And with Geralt, he's acted more of a father than a lot of characters I've seen in video games, especially since most of them, you know, die, so that way they don't have to bother writing them in any way, or they just straight up turn them into a villain, so dramatic effect. Shadows of Lantia. But yeah, I don't know, I connected with him real well. Also, there was a lot of people, not really a lot of people, but there were some people, like, I think his death scene was unsatisfying, and his death scene only makes sense to me when I think about it, because I don't even know what the term "this character had a satisfying end" meant, really, to me. Especially in a story like this, where it's all about kingdoms and betrayal and all this, because it's like, I don't know, how are you going to kill Geralt? Are you gonna fight him one-on-one in a normal battlefield against a trained mercenary who has like 40 years of experience? Or are you just gonna stab him in the back? Because that's what I do. Anyways, enough about that. People were also telling me that the flying units, the reason that Claude didn't have a battalion last episode, and I heard this comment about 40 times. The reason that Claude didn't have a battalion last episode was because apparently only flying battalions can work with flying units. I did not know this. I'm not sure if it's something it said. It might have said it a while ago, but once again, it's been a while since I've gone through the tutorials in this game. So there's a lot going on that I don't quite remember. But thank you guys for telling me that. Lastly, I just want to say we hit our first 100,000 view video ever, and it was Fire Emblem Awakening, which is kind of baffling to me. I always thought Radiant Dawn would get there first. I'm like, oh, Radiant Dawn, but no, Fire Emblem Awakening is now the most viewed series on this entire channel. So that's cool. Thanks, guys. Oh, it's Ingrid's birthday today. Oh no. Ingrid, why did your birthday have to be today? Well, regardless of what's going on, we're gonna go out and explore the monastery. I think we're actually about to rank up in professor level, so that's gonna be pretty good. And let's just try and interact with the students, because right now Nox is feeling down, but I feel like his students are the #1 thing that could really cheer him up. What do we have to do at the end of the month? Hunt for the killer, that's right. Hey there, Sothis.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Aw, thanks. Thank you.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
Aw.
If you must weep.
It had like a little break in silence, like I just kind of sat there and cried for a bit. Thanks, Sothis, you're the best. Something I never thought I'd say to Sothis. But you know what? A whole lot of unexpected things are happening today. I really like the change in tone for the character, because, like, well, the school goes on itself
Okay.
as everyone else's life does. We get kind of this sad music.
What the?
On top of it, people are going to be reacting differently to us, so, let's... Wait, Bernadetta's not even in her room! What? Is she outside? Oh, shoot, hold on, let me change the outfits while I'm thinking about it. I do honestly wish there was a bit more customization, because I know it's coming out with the more DLC that comes out, but I feel like if they're going to add in a customization system, why not allow me to just customize every single character with bits and pieces? But it's weird that they put in this system and it's almost completely relegated to just be a DLC thing. I don't know, there might be outfits in the game, but right now it's pretty much just DLC.
Professor.
Hey, Dedu.
It is a shame what happened to Gerald. I am sorry. There are no words. Leave some flowers on his grave for me.
Thanks, buddy. Even people who I've hardly interacted with are kind of just being super nice, which I appreciate. Would I like to do some gardening? Yes. This random guy out here, he's like, what did I miss? Everyone looks so glum. Nox just like stares at him. He's like, Jesus, calm down. I don't know what's going on.
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't... I can't believe...
I know, Leonie. I'm not gonna invite you to tea or anything like that. It would just be kind of... It's not the time. Introduction to magic. Let's see. Hey, Ingrid.
I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these. Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now, losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
Yeah, it's okay. Wait, what the frick? Why is the staircase closed off? What's going on up there? Has that always been closed off? I don't feel like it was. This whole area is. They must be setting up something here. Hey, Mercedes, Annette.
I'm so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
Oh, Professor, you must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Thank you for the thought.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll
I just realized both of you are in my house, actually. So thanks a lot. It's appreciated. Hey, Ferdinand, Petra.
Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
What?
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident. Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding.
It's alright, you two. Just hang in there. Hey, Edelgard.
What happened to Gerald? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my
So
help.
apparently one of the things that Edelgard, I think it was Edelgard and Hubert you guys said were saying this last month around, was that,
We can't let them get away with this.
what's her name? Can't remember her name because we've only said it like twice and I'm terrible with names. Red-haired girl. Monica? That was her name? I think so. They were saying that she was acting strange, or she was being, like, weirdly clingy or something like that, so I don't think they were part of it. But still, in character, I feel like Nox would probably blame Edelgard a lot, because Nox barely interacts with her. She saw Monica just flock to their house and then immediately start kind of having these secretive conversations. Even when we went to go talk to Edelgard that one time, when she was talking with her, Edelgard was basically just kind of like, go away. So that's why I'm still not in full trust mode, but probably has less to do with it than I think. Well, time to go through some of these supports we have.
Teach.
Claude. I think this is actually our first A support ever. If it even is one.
Hey, Teach. Do you believe in gods?
This is a random question.
I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Seiros religion, just gods in general. Do you believe that incredible beings who control the fates of all really exist?
It's Fire Emblem, of course they do.
That's not the answer I was expecting. Though, honestly, I've recently become a bit of a believer myself. I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself.
I think Claude definitely gets my, IRL ideology.
I still believe that. You can't win a war by leaving your fate in the hands of a god. Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and planning. Of course, miracles can happen. And by that, I mean things that are completely outside of your control. Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example.
What do you mean?
You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that. You can wield the sword of the creator. You're a tactical genius, and you have this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with. Before I met you, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in my life has quickly become invaluable. In fact, it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help.
You still haven't even told me what they are, which makes me really worried because a Claude secret is not a good secret.
Because of that, I can't believe for a second that our meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate. Maybe it was a miracle. Or maybe some god empathized with me in my dreams.
I know we're in a serious support, but for some reason when I see Claude with his yellow cloak over his shoulder from a distance, all I can think about is bananas. That is it. I don't know why, but Claude from a distance just reminds me of a giant walking banana. There's no context to this, okay? Some god.
Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fódlan. Though, I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about. People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over them. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fódlan's borders, who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that, that's the sort of god I think I could believe in.
I think I understand.
Careful, Teach. You'll anger the followers of Seiros if you say things like that.
Oh, it would take 1 billion of them to stop me.
I'm just speaking my mind, that's all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want. If a person believes in a god and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be. Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit.
No, Claude, you have some of the most interesting supports in this entire game. Between your support with Leonie and your support with me, I really like hearing Claude's ideologies on religion. It's actually one of my favorite supports in the game so far. A lot of his supports are meaningful, and even the supports he has joking around with people like Hilda also kind of, I don't know, I think he just has the best so far. It doesn't matter.
I knew you'd understand. In any case, let's keep this conversation between the two of us, yeah?
Sure. Oh, B+. Oh, cool. Wait, how does that work? Is that just the second level of the B support, or what? By the way, I know we have like 1 billion oh, yeah, B+, okay. Not quite A yet. Let's go check out our house.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Geralt's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live.
I agree, Lawrence.
If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Oh, it's so sweet. I mean, my students are talking about murdering people, but it's just seeing all my students step up and go like, hey, Teach, you've been here for us, so we're immediately going to be here for you. It's really nice.
Professor, people are saying horrible things about Marianne.
What? What are they saying?
They're saying she's friends with the bad guys. If I hear someone say that, I'll...
Leave it alone, Hilda. It doesn't matter.
We'll defeat the bad guys. We'll show them.
That would be the quickest way to resolve this. Come on, Marianne. Let's give it our all.
I know you're not, Marianne. I trust you. I mean, if I don't trust in the students of my own house, who can I trust? Hey, you two.
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor?
It would be a shame if we were invaded. You're worrying too. It would be a shame.
I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless.
I agree. But, as we know, Rhea had an attachment to Geralt. There is a good chance she could just actually be flipping out with rage behind closed doors and sending everything we have to just avenge him. Doesn't quite sound like her, but I don't know what kind of attachment they could have had. As I said, there's a good chance they were in a relationship at one point or something like that.
Professor? Do you think we'll still be able to graduate?
But why not?
If dangerous things keep happening around here, who even knows? I'm worried. I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
Is he trying to say that he's afraid that everyone's going to die before they graduate? I'd hope not. I'd hope you guys would be able to graduate and do whatever you want.
Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was. Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain.
I agree.
That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Don't worry. But still, why was Monica captured if she was working with them? Well, I mean, this whole faction of evil people seems to be split in different ways. Like, everyone I've seen between the Death Knight, the Red Crimson Flame Emperor Man, and then, you know, extra wrinkly Tomas. They all seem to be trying to do their separate things, and they all seem to defy each other whenever, like, any situation comes up at all. So, they're not exactly, like, buddy-buddy. But does that mean that Monica was left there as some sort of, like, sleeper agent? So that way... Oh, could that be? Could it be that the only reason Flame was captured is so he'd search for her, find her, and then take Monica back as a sleeper agent? I think that could be how that worked. Not really a sleeper agent, but, you know, double agent, I guess. Or single agent. Anyways, how's it going, Caspar?
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Geralt was so much stronger than me, but even he... That's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
Alright, well, I'm glad to know you're riled up.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey there, Dimitri.
Professor, I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours. The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm so sorry if the Knights are... If you...
You know, I feel like... I feel like... I don't know. I don't regret choosing Golden Deer whatsoever. Like, it is probably the best choice I could have made for me as a person. I like Dimitri a lot, from what I know of him. Sometimes he can be a bit, rash, and I think probably a little brutal from what I have heard him say sometimes at random, but I think I would have gotten along pretty well with him, but I think Golden Deer is going to end up being my favorite, and I haven't even played the others yet, so we'll see. So this is a bow tournament today, and what's the reward? It's an advanced seal. I could have Claude go in right now, but fighting in a bow tournament on a wyvern is like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Ignatz, however. Hey there, Dorothea.
I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage, but when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say, but I do know this much. Sir Gerald must have been very proud to have you as his child.
I'm sure he was. Hey, Lysithea.
I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor.
Oh. Don't worry, Lysithea, I'm not going anywhere. At least not until those guys are dead. Wait, who are you?
I trained with Gerald just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
Oh. He's also on the brink of tears. How's it going?
Do you have time for a request?
Practice battle maneuvers with the Adrestian Empire's Imperial Guard. We get Empire Youths. I have so many quests on the left side of my screen that's like, hey, go out and train with these people, but it's like, I have things to go do right now. Hey, Linhart.
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all.
Yeah?
What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former. Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so there you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
Okay. Linhart, I don't know a lot about you, but I'm glad you're taking things into your own hands, I suppose. Hey, Dorothea. Bernadetta.
Professor? I brought some flowers for Gerald.
Aw, thanks. You're out of your room. Thank you.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out.
Aw, that is so sweet. It's like the first time she's come out of her room all game. I mean, aside from when she has to. But like, and it's to go lay flowers on the grave. Oh, this is his grave. Gerald Eisner, resting in warm embrace of cherished memories. Right with Mother. Claude?
Hi, Teach. I see the storm in your eyes has passed. You're looking much better. I've been reading Gerald's diary. The baby he mentions. That's you, isn't it? I can't understand about half of what's written here, but Gerald really cherished you. That much is clear.
Thanks, Claude. It's always nice to hear. Hi, soldier.
The other night, I had the honor of sharing a drink with Gerald. He was pretty tactless, honestly. He could be blunt at times, but he always looked like such a proud, happy father whenever he spoke of you.
Oh, well, I'm glad he was. By the way, I know earlier I said Claude looks like a banana. Can we make it a joke that Claude just carries bananas around in his pockets to hand to people whenever they feel down? He's like, here, Professor, have this banana.
Professor, thank you.
Oh, oops, I didn't mean to skip that. My bad. Professor, thank you for all you've done for us. Nothing to report today.
Professor.
Oh, is he crying? Oh, poor gatekeeper. By the way, you guys did also make it very clear last episode that the Killing Edge is not actually the better option, because apparently you can also turn the Wodao into a Wodao Plus, which was impossible for me to know. But now I know that for the future. Oh well, we have a Killing Edge Plus. I can live with that. Huh? Oh, this is from... I think this is from Ferdinand. The tea here does absolutely nothing for me. I could send for some supplies from home, but is there truly not a soul in this place with tea fit for a noble? Lawrence. Ask Lawrence. I understand that feeling, though, when you're like, oh, there's no great tea here right now, you know? I drink way too much tea. It is my #1 drink. In fact, if I ever did, like, a talk show thing, it would just be called Tea Time with Xeno. I have great love for the sea, but Garreg Mach has too much distance from it. I am needing to be inside the water soon. Where is the best place for swimming? Oh, oh wait, hold on. Water in Fódlan is too cold for swimming. You should visit the sea to the south. Visit the sea to the south. Okay. I was hoping we could tell it, like, just jump in the lake in Garreg Mach. Another one from Petra. The library is a place I favor, but I am having a problem. It is lacking sufficient information about Brigid. I have the hope that I can be fixing this problem. You should add to the Traveler's Journal. Make an amendment in the Register of Empire Nobles. Traveler's Journal. Okay. Well, thanks, Petra. You have a lot of questions, which is understandably so.
Excuse me.
Hey, Ash.
Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people, really? What do they want?
I don't know. They're obviously looking for some sort of bloodline power. I don't know if it has to do with crests or something separately. You know, it probably has something to do with crests, and...
Professor!
I don't know what they're trying to do with it exactly, though.
Professor. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Seiros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Geralt is happy in the next world.
I do too, kid. Also, I haven't gone to this dude in a little while. Sadly, it takes a lot of points to get to the end of some of these trees. Right now, I'm trying to max out the Saint Maculi statue. But, you know, renown doesn't come as easily as I would hope. Did I really talk to everyone already? These teachers are definitely gonna have a lot more to say than the students. Especially people like Sedeth, Rhea, and all the other staff. Well, here we go. Let's talk to some of them. And this is where Geralt saw this.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Oh, it's the ring.
That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Geralt showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
I see. Encyclopedia of Fódlan's Fish. An encyclopedia dedicated to every type of fish in Fódlan, as well as all of their various habitats. It is the product of a collaboration between countless fishermen and monastery students who compiled a thorough collection of studies regarding the habits of fish, advanced fishing methods, and even recipes. Level of detail is staggering. Flame would love to read that.
He also said that
I should gift that ring to someone special. I want to find someone special first. Honestly, I'm still unsure of who, like, I will support at the end of the day, because it's like, there's so many goods, you know?
I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Geralt. Will you listen?
I'll listen.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
It's probably some sort of relic. I just realized Dad was one of the few people who could teach me about punching and all that. And now he's gone. Wait, she has more?
I wonder who they...
I wonder who they were. Hey, Hanneman.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you.
Thanks.
I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
We can't do. You're a very.
Nothing you can teach me. Flane's in here, and Hubert. What are you two doing in here?
You have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Thanks, Flane.
I've never been much for condolences.
Okay. Well, thanks for the conversation, Hubert. Glad, we could learn about each other? I mean, you didn't say anything mean, so I'm not gonna be like, you're an asshole, but that was just so short and abrupt. I expected Hubert to be like, hey, I know you're having a hard, but he's just like, no, I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm like, okay, thanks, Hubert.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I am so sorry. The failing was clearly our own.
How's it your own?
We didn't notice the enemy's invasion. And now Gerald. I apologize. There is nothing I can say to atone for our sins. Professor, please do not let your guard down even among the people of the monastery. There is no way to know where another enemy may be hiding.
Monica von Ox. There is nothing suspicious in her past that would suggest this change of character. Her transformation must have something to do with her disappearance last year. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. I wonder who kidnapped her, and why.
Yeah, I also wonder the same things. Hey there, Rhea.
Excuse me, Professor. How are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was...
Your mother?
Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain, as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Rhea looks a lot like all these... So far, all the people related to the gods in the game seem to have green hair in some way. So I'm assuming that Rhea and maybe Seteth and Flane all have some, like, connection to the gods in some way. I know that's a weird way to connect this, but if you've looked, no one else in the game really has green hair. It's just, like, it's not exactly green, but... It's a dumb observation that I doubt makes any plausible sense, but... I don't know, maybe her mother could have been the goddess for all we know. And, I don't know. It's a stretch. Once again, this is a game where I see a lot of people in the comment section, and they're like, oh, I'm connecting everything, I got it all together now, and I'm like, I just don't have the information yet. There's not enough I know to make sure I could, pull guesswork out of my ass at all times if I wanted, but there's just not enough here yet. Please teach me Punch. Thank you. Hey, Seteth.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Fódlan had been impersonating Tomas for some time.
Yeah, multiple people on campus could actually be just already dead.
How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
Seteth, you don't know Punchy Punch, but thank you anyways.
First Tomas, both, it was as if thinking how they managed. I'm sorry. 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 Yes, this is mine. Thank you for
wow, this old fishing rod I found was actually Seteth's. Of course he has a fishing rod, because he has to get food for Flane. There's one last person we have to talk to. And that person is Ignatz. How's it going, buddy?
I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Geralt? He was so strong.
Even though you're scared, push through.
You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
Oh, where the hell's Catherine? Is she just not on campus? I'm not saying because like I'm mad at her, but I need someone to teach me the fisticuffs, and this is like the one time she's not around. Oh, that's right, they sent out all the knights. Of course she's not here. Well, then how am I supposed to learn it? There's only one person in the whole school who can teach me the punch right now. In that case, I guess we'll just do all we normally do. Let's go to choir practice, where we are going to have Annette and Hilda sing. Quick question, though. Does Linhardt eat food? I'm trying to have a meal with Linhardt because I'm thinking of recruiting him next, but everything I can feasibly make, Linhardt either doesn't like or is like, meh. In fact, the only thing I can find that he even likes on the whole list is things that I can't make. You know what, I'm bored. Ignatz, let's enter the tournament. I can't have Claude, enter because, you know, flying unit, bows, doesn't exactly mix. There you go, Ignatz. For some reason, I doubt you're gonna win, but we'll see. Oh my god, Hubert's about to be decimated. Bye, Hubert.
I get things done.
The good thing about him is no one can manage to double him. And his defense isn't half bad either. Oh, Ash, I know I'm trying to recruit you, but it's time for you to go down, buddy.
Huh? It worked out.
Petra, you're going down, I'm sorry.
Who knew?
Oh, we can't actually double this guy, but we will win, so let's heal up. Let's go in.
Huh? It worked out.
And lastly... Oh wait, no, that was the end of the tournament. Got an advance seal. And some money. But I think that actually gives us the support we can do with Ash, which was the point of doing the tournament in the first place. So it wasn't a complete waste. I always liked Ash's design, I don't know.
Oh, shopping took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I had your help, Professor.
Why does his voice sound so familiar, though? Hold on, let me look up Ash's voice actor. Okay, it came up with Ash from Overwatch. I'm pretty sure you're not Jennifer Hale. But that's cool. I'm glad he got a role. Literally, on this website, it shows his only other role ever was voicing, like, 6-7 different characters in a Transformers cartoon. But still, okay, never mind, I don't know him at all. But cool.
Looks like we've got everything we came for. Time to head back to the monastery. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that night gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those shopkeepers were willing to strike a few bargains.
Thanks to your bartering skills, I guess.
It's one of the few things I'm really good at. I've got a lot of experience living in the city. Money was tight for me too. At least until Lenato adopted me into his family. Come to think of it, you were originally a mercenary, weren't you? I'm sure you've traveled all over Fódlan. That must have been a pretty different life from regular folks like me.
Not so different, actually.
You think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live.
It wasn't so bad.
Wow, I guess you must get used to it. That's really incredible, though. Oh! I had no idea they sold this book around here. I haven't seen this one for ages.
Is that Anna? Is Anna in Ash's support? Whoa, what's the book?
Lug and the Maiden of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry in Faerghus. Lug is the King of Lions. This book is full of his exciting adventures. I've loved this since I was a kid. It was what got me learning to read.
Give me that book!
This thug just comes up and he's like, give me that book.
Hey, creep. Don't touch the merch. What the? Somebody catch that thief. Cut him in half like my prices.
That's definitely Anna. I've been waiting to hear her talk more. I know it's kind of stupid, but I'm really hoping they add her as a playable DLC character as a merchant class. Just saying you should do that. Just an idea. It's not like she's one of my favorite Fire Emblem characters in Awakening or anything.
Please, calm down, ma'am.
You calm down, kid. If he gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Are you sure about that, Ash?
Huh? Are you serious, kid? I mean, no objections over here, but that sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him. Head on back to the monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything here.
Wow, he's really used to this sort of thing. Okay, so I accidentally just pushed the recruit button on Ash when I didn't mean to. But apparently he's into the charisma stat and lances, so make sure we do some of that for him.
What?
Ash, come cook with me. Let's make a swift fish dish.
I love to cook. What are we making today? Is that so?
We're making a pan of fire.
I have a lot of experience in the kitchen. I can make just about anything. Wow.
Okay, since this whole episode was generally a whole lot of nothing, how about we go through all these supports? Shall we? Actually, yeah, we have some of our A supports finally ready. So let's go ahead and do some of these. Lawrence and Nick. I don't know what just happened to my tongue there. Lawrence and Ignatz.
Ignatz, hello. What are you up to?
You frightened me.
Oh, calm yourself. What is it that you're drawing?
I thought I'd jot down some sketches of everyone while they're training. And then later on, I'll try to practice their moves on my own. But I can't really concentrate on sketching if someone's watching me.
Just sketches, Well, even so, they're lovely. There's such life in them. It's as if they're moving on the page before my very eyes.
You really think so? You know, I always hoped to be an artist.
With skills like that, I'm quite certain you could easily make a living of it. And your demeanor is different when you draw. Bolder somehow. Ah, yes, there's an idea. Perhaps in the future you will join my retinue as my personal painter. Wait, have we not discussed this arrangement already? I had decided to take you into my service as a knight, had I not?
Becoming a knight was my father's idea. Being an artist is out of the question, I'm afraid.
So you've said. Well then, I suppose you shall simply have to become a knight who also paints.
A knight who also...
I have seen your talent and can attest to it. Your gifts are too great to wither away in obscurity. A knight with the rare gift of artistic talent would be most welcome in my employ.
I had never thought of that. Still, I don't understand why you'd want me as one of your knights. As a fighter, I'm unremarkable.
There is more to knighthood than combat. Courtly manners, a dignified bearing, and an aesthetic sensibility are also essential. A knight with an eye for art and the talent to create it is sure to improve the image of the nobility.
Lawrence, I'd never have guessed you were prone to such eccentric ideas.
He always is.
Thank you. I'm feeling a little more confident after hearing your kind words.
Oh, no cause for thanks. It is a noble's duty to provide guidance to those in need.
I really like Lawrence. I feel like a lot of people looked at him and saw how he acted at first, and they're like, oh god, I hate this guy. But he's really one of those characters that grows on you. Hey, Ingrid.
Good day, Ignatz.
Oh no,
So,
this is the one where
painting again?
Ingrid was asking Ignatz to paint her edgy OC. It's like, oh, Ignatz is just like, so let me get this straight. She has bandages on her arm, yeah? She wears belts across her chest, yeah? She has a giant demon hand, yeah? It's like, how does this remind you of the goddess again? Ingrid's like, the who?
Ingrid. Yes, I'm painting St. Seiros again.
That's right, they were painting St. Seiros.
Look, I'm really sorry about the last time. It's my fault it turned out so, well, different.
No need to apologize. I appreciated the fresh input. It made me think.
That's kind of you to say, but no need to pull punches.
It's the truth. I'm so caught up in my own mind, I'd never have thought to try that.
Ignatz, I appreciate your attitude, but...
Yes?
There are times when it's okay to feel upset or angry. If you're feeling that way, it's always best to be honest.
But...
I understand the weight of what I did. I besmirched a sacred image, and it was a painting you were pouring your heart into. I got carried away, but I'd prefer if you had told me then and there that my request was uncalled for.
I'm not angry. I could never get angry with you. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? I'm the one apologizing.
Oh, sorry.
Stop saying sorry! Never mind. Forgive me. I came here to apologize, and now I'm being sharp with you.
I feel like she always has to be like the, I guess since she's always friends with people like Sylvain and Felix, she always has to be kind of the one to corral everyone together.
Don't worry. It's my fault, really. I'm not very good at expressing myself.
I never intended to be such a bother. I think I'll leave you to it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, that was different. Claude and Marianne, they're A support. It will take some time before you can deepen this bond? What? Oh, I guess it's just locked off to us until the future. Okay, Claude and Annette then.
Creepity creep.
What? Huh?
Living in a land that's dark and blinded by the frigid cold, creeping through the loneliness for ages untold. In your heart, you're desperate for the sweet embrace of light, pushing through and crawling with all of your might.
Why does everyone sing in the greenhouse?
Here, creepy, creepy, creepity creep. Now, creepy, creepy, creepity creep.
Claude's just like, and I thought I was the weird one.
Oh, Claude, you weren't, watching me, were you?
I saw the whole ritual, yes. You have a gift, Annette. I could watch that all day. In fact, I just might.
Claude! Can you please? Okay, you saw that. I was just making up a silly song to pass the time while watering the plants.
Sure. It could be my secret serenade, if you so please. But tell me, you were born in Faerghus, right?
Yes, that's right.
I thought so. You're really talented, you know. It's been a while since I heard a song like that. One that stirs me to my very soul.
Soul-stirring? My creepity creep song? I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
I never, ever exaggerate. In fact, it reminded me of rituals we have back where I grew up. We'd gather around a blazing fire and spend the whole night caught up in song and dance. Not unlike what you just demonstrated. Really, the dance I'm thinking of is exactly like the one you just did. We'd scream like beasts and then jump up and roll around. It's freeing, isn't it?
Scream? Like a beast? That is not what I was doing. And what's this weird ritual you're talking about?
Even better than your angelic voice were your lyrics. I can't even begin to fathom the deep meaning they contain, but maybe if we talk about it...
Deep meaning? No, just... no.
Oh, I get it. It's the sort of thing you have to figure out for yourself. Okay, don't tell me. Give me time. I'll work it out.
Work what out?
Oh, have you already watered the plants? Sorry, I'm just realizing it was supposed to be my turn this week.
No, it's fine. Really.
Okay, see you later then. Creepity creep.
He is not gonna let this go, is he?
That was amazing. Support level is C. Leonie and Hilda.
Hey, Hilda. You said you wanted to talk? Oh, what's with all these expensive necklaces? Why do you have them all laid out like that?
Pretty, right? I'll let you choose whichever you like.
Huh? Why would you do that?
Just choose. I want you to have one.
I'm not gonna accept a gift like that without a reason. Even with a reason, I'd probably decline.
Look how gorgeous they are, though. Wearing beautiful things gives you energy.
Maybe for you.
Yes, for me. Why would it be any different for you?
Because to me, those are just fancy decorations. Take this one, for example. How did you come by it?
This was the first necklace I picked out for myself. It doesn't suit my style nowadays, so I don't often wear it.
That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. The sentimental value of each one. These necklaces are nice and all, but I don't have any special feelings or memories about any of them. But this charm, it's packed with things I don't want to forget. Captain Gerald's teachings and a lot of memories, too. Even if to you, it's just a dirty hunk of wood.
I do understand. But still, you're not going to be very popular with the boys if you keep wearing that dirty old thing.
Like I care about that.
You can drop the whole stony face to act. Come on, I'm offering to help you here. I could even make a charm for you as a gift, if you're really hung up on sentimental value.
Make a charm for me? You do that?
Sure, why not? I don't want you to be alone your whole life. Besides, this happens to be a talent of mine. It'll be really, really cute, so you'd better wear it.
Sure. I can't just accept a gift for nothing, though. I'll make one for you, too, if you'll teach me how. And I'll put plenty of feeling into it, so when we exchange them, it will really mean something.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'll gladly teach you how, but make me something cute, okay?
They're so different. This is an interesting support. I don't know. They're just polar opposites.
I'll see what I can do.
And there's their support level B. Felix and Bernadetta. Oh no.
Oh no, it's Felix. He's coming right at me.
Do you want to duel? I can't even say it with a straight face. Every time someone says duel now, IRL, I just burst into laughter.
If I run, he'll chase me. Maybe if I just hold really, really still.
Where'd Bernadetta go? I can't see her.
Ahem.
Whatever it is, I didn't do it, I swear. Unless I'm offending you just by standing here.
No, here. I believe this is yours.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's my satchel. Wait, where did you get that?
Stop asking questions and just take it.
No! Trap! It's a trap!
Why are you acting like this?
Acting? Does this terror on my face look fake to you?
You're being difficult. Come on, this is yours.
I can't. Your icy glare has frozen me completely.
Shut up. Just take the thing.
No. Please don't kill me.
Bernie, calm down.
Sword! He's got a sword!
So does every person in the whole monastery.
My sword! How did you...
I can't do this anymore!
Did she just take his sword?
What an odd girl. But she's certainly caught my attention. I've never seen that technique before.
I don't think it was a technique.
No, I still have to give this back to her.
Oh, that was funny. Alright. Lysithia's one with the net. Everyone's getting a support with the net now.
Hi, Lysithia! When are you gonna teach me magic? Is now good?
Why do I have to?
Why? Because you're way better at it than me, silly.
Is that so? I thought you were something of an honor student at the School of Sorcery.
Well, sure, but I wouldn't say I've got any kind of natural talent for it. I'm gonna have to try very hard to become as good of a mage as you are.
What is that supposed to mean? Are you implying that I don't work hard too? If you think my skills are inherent, you are sorely mistaken.
No, I wasn't saying that at all. Everyone knows how hard you work. I just meant that if I want to be as good as you, I'll have to work really incredibly hard.
And what is it you want to learn about?
Oh, so you'll teach me? Thank you so much. Actually... Oh, I get it now. I never thought about it that way before.
Look at how quickly you're picking this up. You're clearly very skilled already.
Don't be silly. You're just that good of a teacher. Your way of looking at the world is so fundamentally different from mine.
Do you insist on taking the conversation in that direction?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't doing that. There I go, saying the wrong thing again.
It's fine. Let's just drop it. A bit more self-confidence would go a long way for you, Annette.
Huh?
That's all I've got for you today. I need to get going now. Lots to do.
Oh, I'm so sorry to take up your time. Thanks again for teaching me.
That was an awkward support. Like Cynthia's always so passive-aggressive. She always has such a short fuse. Everyone is a support with Annette. Everyone.
Hilda, I'm coming in.
Hey, Annette.
Don't mind the mess. Oh, wow. It really is messy. I'm not sure there's even enough room to breathe.
I haven't been tidying lately. I start to procrastinate when I'm busy.
Oh. Hey, how about I clean up for you?
Really? That would be amazing. So are you good at cleaning?
I love it. Actually, the messier a room is, the more determined I get to conquer the crud.
Works for me. I'll leave you to it. Don't want to get in your way.
Great. See you later.
Annette?
Oh no, my face. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I'll clean it up right. Not again. There was a big bug. So big. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Annette, do something.
Wait, not magic. I don't want you to burn my room down.
It's okay, she uses wind magic.
I'm so terribly sorry, Hilda. I wanted to clean up for you, but I basically did the opposite.
No kidding. I guess it was my fault for getting you to clean up my mess. At any rate, you've made such a mess of my mess. Now I feel motivated to clean my own room. So that's kind of a positive outcome.
I guess that's one way to think of it.
That is one thing I like about Hilda. She rarely gets actually angry at someone. And she always tends to, I don't know, she always tends to have this weird outlook on everything that puts it into a weirdly positive light.
You know, I really do admire your can-do attitude. Although it might be, too much. You don't want to overextend yourself. For one thing, you'll tire yourself out. Based on what I just saw, you might even get hurt.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I've been like this my whole life. I've never wanted to let anyone down. My parents, my uncle. So I always try to give it my all. And it's taken me this far at least.
I guess so. But going all out to please others, never thinking of yourself, that's no way to live.
All right. Lastly, we have Annette and Ingrid. Wait, apparently Ingrid has an A support with me, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Hello, Ingrid. Can I have just a teeny tiny moment of your time?
Sure. I can spare a moment or two.
I was wondering, do you have any interest in fashion and makeup and stuff like that?
I haven't the time to bother with such frivolities. As long as basic hygiene is being met, then I'm happy.
Oh, but you're missing out on something so fun. I mean, it's not like you need it, of course. You've got beautiful bone structure, lovely hair, long legs, but aren't you interested in trying something new?
Well, thank you. I suppose I do find it all somewhat intriguing. But my time is precious to me, and my focus is on knighthood. Taking time to paint my face simply isn't a top priority.
Sure, but imagine if you could combine the two and become the most fabulous knight ever. Okay,
it's a way of thinking.
Maybe I'm taking it too far. I know knights don't necessarily need a ton of makeup or things like that for the job. I'm just saying, I really think you'd enjoy it if you opened your mind to it. All I'm talking about is a light touch. I can see it now. Your gorgeous face done up with a delicate application of makeup. The fabulous knight who everyone looks up to and wants to be.
Well, maybe? I guess. That does sound mostly harmless.
Mostly.
Hooray! Okay, we don't have a moment to lose. Here, take this makeup kit, play around with the colors, and see what speaks to you. Now, wait just a... I actually got that little kit as a gift the other day, and I wasn't sure what to do with it because I already have that one. It's a limited palette, but I think it fits the look you're going for perfectly.
I actually never agreed to start putting that stuff on my face, Annette.
What? Oh. Well then, I guess this whole kit will have to go to waste. I'll just throw it away like the garbage it is.
You're throwing it away? I can't just stand by and let something go to waste. Okay. All right. Thank you. We can do this.
That's the spirit! Oh, and I'm happy to help you learn to apply it too. Come on, let's go to my room. I have some brush techniques to show you before you get started.
Now, don't get carried away. Ugh. She played me like a fiddle.
Like a fiddle. Alright, and that's all the supports we had. So now we just end the day. Alright, time to do some instruction and get some things done around here. Alright, so looking at everyone. Everyone's on their merry way. Learning what they need to learn to excel in whatever they're trying to excel at. Marian's now rank A in Reason, and she learned Aura.
I think it's coming along.
I don't know what that does, but I'm feeling it's not a stand. Okay, Aura. Advanced Light Attack Magic. Assails foes with Rings of Light. It has a might of 12. Damn, and a crit of 20. Cool. And begin the lecture.
I got a question.
Okay, Cyril. I'm really happy here, but there's somebody who is up and decided to take pity on me without asking. It's real darn irritating. And I want them to know it. I just don't know how I can make myself understood. Have an honest conversation with them.
I think I get it.
Professor.
It'd be really useful if I could fire my bow more accurately from horseback. Think we could work on my riding skills along with my horseback? So right now they're focusing on lance and riding skills. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really plan on making you into a bow knight, but it'd be cool. Ash would like to speak with me. Oh, it's just his support. I thought he wanted to be
Hey,
recruited.
Professor, did I ever tell you what happened with that thief?
No, you didn't.
I went after him, and I did manage to catch up, but...
You escaped?
Oh no, I captured him easily. I'm pretty quick on my... But I decided not to make him pay for the book.
What?
My pockets were pretty empty after that incident, if you want to know the truth. Well, what happened was, when I caught him, I asked him why he stole the book. He said he thought it would fetch a good price, and that he really needed the money. He had a sick kid and couldn't pay for medicine.
He didn't look old enough to have children.
No, maybe you're right. But if he really did have a sick child, that would be a matter of life and death. A little money is nothing compared to that. I'd rather believe a lie than risk someone's life if I'm wrong. And to be completely honest, there was a time when I wasn't so different from him.
Yeah, you were a thief?
It was a long time ago, and I've put all that behind me now. But yes, I was. My parents died of illness, so I had to provide for my little brother and sister. I did my best to earn money for them legitimately, but I wasn't able to bring home enough. So I turned to thieving. From people on the streets, from shops, even from soldiers. I knew it was wrong, but seeing my brother and sister's smiling faces made me too happy to stop.
So what made you stop? Can't imagine what that must have been like.
I really regret that part of my life. I was stupid, but shortly after I turned 9, I crept into a local noble's mansion, aiming to steal whatever I could get
And this was
my hands on.
Lenato, I'm guessing.
The noble had all sorts of valuables, but what really caught my eye was a book with a fancy cover. That book was Lug and the Maiden of Wind. The knight in the illustrations was so impressive I just couldn't tear my eyes away.
Go on.
You probably see where this is going, Moments after I grabbed the book, I was caught in the act by the noble. And that noble was none other than Lenato. But Lenato was incredibly kind. Without asking any questions, he gave me the book. And money, too. When I told him I couldn't read, he invited me into his mansion, along with my brother and sister. He taught me how to read.
Sounds like a real stand-up guy.
So, with the thief I caught in town, I was trying to do the same thing. To be like Lenato. I want to make up for the bad things I've done. To leave this world better than I found it. That's why, even if it wasn't easy on my pockets, I'm proud to say I helped him.
Are you sure you did the right thing?
I know what you're trying to say. My contribution probably won't change much. And it's not like I have the money to help everyone who's suffering from poverty. Even so, I can't bear to stand by and do nothing. What else could I have done, Professor?
I like you a lot, Ash. I can't wait to get you into our house. Well, I guess, if you insist.
Professor, I have a request for you. Would you accept me into your class?
Well,
I'm sure I would learn so much more if I could study with you. Will you give me that chance?
I would just like for Nox to be like, well, I don't know. I'm not so sure we have room. Ash is like, please, please. And Nox is just like looking at the roster. And there's like 50 open seats in the classroom. And he's like, well, I guess.
I can? Thank you.
Sorry, Dimitri, your whole house is gone.
You won't regret this. I'm going to give it my all.
Welcome to Golden Deer, Ash.
Lend me your power.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Look, Professor, we did great!
Dexterity plus 4.
I got it.
I'm having a lot of people focus on authority right now. Because it's a skill I've neglected, and it's quite useful, honestly.
Experience is everything.
Claude learned defensive tactics.
I'm getting
Lysithia learned authority level 4.
I'm a natural.
Mercedes learned
Am I
restore.
making progress?
Annette learned defensive tactics. St. Seiros says today there will be a hymn recital in the cathedral. Would you like to participate? Of course.
They won't notice if one person doesn't sing, will they? Singing's okay, but...
Cool. It's Rhea's birthday. Yeah, I'll buy flowers for Rhea. Mainly because she's my boss and she pays my paycheck. So if I don't pay her, give her flowers, she will be really upset with us. I still can't promote. Our brawler needs to be an A rank or higher and we're nowhere near and there's no one to teach us now. Here you go, Marianne. Ooh, she's a bishop now.
I actually passed?
Alright, well, this upcoming episode, I guess we'll probably do some battles, some paralogs. I'm definitely going to spend more time this month. Or you know what? What if we did a seminar today? On battalions. Look at all the people attending. That may not be a bad seminar to do, actually. Honestly? Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, we don't really need the sword fighting for a lot of them, but the battalion ranks going up will help a lot. So, you know, let's go ahead and do it.
Hope this is good for something.
It will be. Motivation of everyone increased.
Yeah, I've got this down.
Claude learned alert stance.
I feel like I get it now.
Sword prowess level 4.
I think I get it.
Is this defensive tactics skill really that good? It seems like everyone has it. Defensive tactics. Battalion endurance takes half damage. Oh, that's what it is. It's not too great. Could be good if we're doing like a big monster battle, but... And Claude learned alert stance, which is if takes... Oh yeah, no, we already have this. A lot of flyers get that. Okay, well, I'm actually going to end this episode for today. Not a whole ton happened, but we've just been leveling people up. It's been hard to get Nox to his next rank in being a punch lord. I don't mean that as in he's like the lord. I guess people would consider him a lord, but I don't know. I don't feel like lord is the correct thing for him, at least yet. Anyways, if you liked the video, please leave a like. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one. Raiden out.